welcome back. Who's up for some fancy dessert? I always am. Today we're going to make a pois à la Beaujolais, which is wine poached pears. It looks so nice. It looks like you've been slaving away in the kitchen. It's very chefy and very sophisticated and so easy and so inexpensive. So I had to share this with you. First, we start with pears. They are supposed to be firm, ripe but firm. They cannot be extra ripe, and they have to be the kind of pears that are a little bit firmer instead of the ones that are really soft. I like the soft ones better, but for this dessert it can't be this way, because the starch present in the firm ones, it's going to turn into sugar. It's going to break into sugar, and it's going to be grainy but very soft, and it's very easy. First, before anything, we're going to prepare our wine brine, because if we peel the pears now, they're going to get, they're oxidizing, they're going to oxidize, they're going to turn brown, and we don't want that. So in our pot, we add a whole bottle of a good Beaujolais wine, or a wine from the Bordeaux region, or if you don't have access to that, this fruity wine will do. And the more red they are, when the colors are brighter, then the dessert is going to turn up even more bright and beautiful, as opposed to if you use those aged and oaky and what's the word, bold wines, they're going to turn a little bit more bitter. So stick to the fruity wines. Next, we're going to add sugar. And here we have our spices: cinnamon, cardamom, allspice, and cloves. 1 orange peel and 1 whole vanilla bean. If you don't have the vanilla bean, it's not so easy. You could find it in the supermarkets, but you can use the vanilla essence. You slice it open lengthwise, and then you scrape off all those billions of seeds that you can see inside. Can you see all those millions and millions of grains there? Vanilla is in. And now we're going to peel the pears. And you start by peeling from the top all the way down. If you find brown spots, don't worry, it's gonna go away. Important that you slice it, the bottom, and remove that tiny core there. Because if you want them to stay up, best thing to do is to slice the bottom. And then you keep doing that. Leave the stems because it's prettier, and because when you remove the pears from the brine, if you take them out with the tongs, they're going to get bruised. And you can clearly see the marks, so don't do that. Leave the stems. And then you keep peeling. Try to keep the shape of the pears, because they're really pretty. And then you can see the pear in there. You can poach pretty much anything. You can poach strawberries, you can poach even grapefruits, if that's the case. Apples, you can do that with apples offshore, of course you can. And now we add our pears. Turn on the heat. Bring it to a boil and let it simmer for about from 25 to 40 minutes. I know it's a stretch, however, you need to keep in mind the consistency of your pears and the size of them. If I tell you that they are going to stay here for 40 minutes, they're going to be overcooked. And so you're going to have to be the judge of that. For pears smaller like that, you keep 25 minutes, but you can always test it by sticking a knife, not a fork, a knife into it, because if you stick a fork, you can clearly see the holes. Stick a knife and it should be tender. You shouldn't offer any resistance when you pierce it through. And this is it. Now I'm going to have to babysit my pears. So now I'm going to test. First test. And they are perfect. So we're gonna turn off the heat. You can keep this now overnight until they cool down and then serve the next day, because then all these deliciousness is going to be even more incorporated to the pears, and the tastes are going to be even more bolder and even more dense. So my pears are ready to be removed. Look at these. And now what we're going to do is we are going to reduce this brine here up to half. So you let it simmering. I'm going to transfer to my stove and I'm going to let it simmer for 25 minutes. And while my brine is reducing in the stove, I'm going to show you what I serve the poached pears with. And it's coconut yogurt. Some people like to serve it with ice cream, but I think that ice cream, it tends to be a little bit too much because the pears, they're already very sweet. And if you add more sugar, then it gets too much. However, if you add this kind of a sour cream, which in this case is the coconut yogurt, when you put it together, it makes this explosion of flavors in your mouth. And the twist is thyme, like fresh thyme. If you have a lemon thyme, even better. And hello, baby. You want to talk? He wants to talk. He wants to be in the show. And a zest of a lemon with a few drops of lemon. So we add a little bit lemon zest. Again, try not to use the white part because it's definitely bitter. That's enough. That should be enough. The thyme. Beautiful. Mix it through. Let me try a little bit. Very good. Very good. And our wine sauce is ready. It looks perfect. See, that's the consistency that we're looking for. See, it's beautiful. And now we're going to plate it. On a simple plate, you add your pear. Now you add a little bit of this deliciousness. So yummy and sticky. Not too much, like I said, because it's really, really strong. Not alcohol-wise, but taste-wise. It can be too much. There. It smells so nice, I gotta tell you. This is one of my favorite desserts ever. And now, with the help of 2 spoons, we're going to scoop out the cream, and we're going to make a nice shape by swapping from spoon to spoon. So you make this oval shape, and then you add to the side a little bit more thyme, some more lemon zest, and voila, look at this. Isn't it fantastic? We can also add the vanilla bean. So this is one of my favorite desserts ever. I love it. I always, my guests and my clients always get really impressed every time I serve it. And this is it for today. I hope you have liked. If you're new to this channel, I'm Jana. Nice to meet you. I am here every week making homemade vegan food. Easy most of the times, and most of the times very, very affordable. And I hope you subscribe. If you haven't done so, click the bell button so you get notified every time I post a new video. And follow me on social media. It's going to be linked down below. And this is it for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.